I turned 17 on a Tuesday. No birthday cake, no gifts, no one home. Just a note taped to my bedroom door with cheap masking tape. You'll understand someday. They left. Everything was gone. The sofa, the fridge, the clothes, the family photos. Wiped clean like none of it ever existed. No explanation, no phone number, not a single trace. And they never came back. I stayed in that empty house for 4 more days. Didn't eat much, didn't sleep, just sat, waiting. A part of me believed they'll come back. They have to come back, but they didn't. The neighbors said maybe they moved. No one asked why they left me behind. They weren't a terrible family, at least not from the outside. No violence, no screaming. Just no space for me. My mother always smiled, but rarely looked me in the eye. She brushed my hair like it was a chore, not affection. My father was silent, physically there, emotionally gone. My little brother was the only one who ever felt real to me. As I got older, I felt more and more like background noise in my own home. I'd walk into the kitchen and they'd lower their voices. I noticed boxes piling up in the garage. Nobody said anything. And then, on my 17th birthday, they disappeared. Left me. With one note. I left that house with just a backpack. No money, no relatives, no one to co-sign a lease. I survived off the temporary kindness of friends, worked as a waitress, cleaned tables, learned how to survive. At 18, I bought my first computer. Secondhand, half broken, slow to start. But I loved it. I taught myself to code on that machine like I was stitching myself back together line by line. I didn't learn programming out of passion. I learned it so I wouldn't starve. One night, I collapsed during a shift. Exhaustion, malnutrition. At the hospital, they asked if there was someone they could call. I said no. That was the first time I realized I could disappear from this world and no one would notice. I once stood on a bridge at 2 a.m., looking down at the black water. Not because I wanted to die, but because I didn't know what else to live for. Then my phone buzzed. An email. A tiny startup I had sent a handwritten resume to wanted to schedule an interview. To anyone else, that email meant nothing. To me, it was a reason, just enough, to step down from the ledge. Not because I saw hope, but because I still had something left to do. What followed were colorless years. I didn't love, didn't trust, didn't talk much. An ex once told me, "You're like glass, clear, beautiful, but untouchable." He left a note. "Call me when you want someone to stay." I never called. At 37, I was the CEO of a global tech company. We protected data. We protected secrets. The very things I never had in my own family. People called me brilliant, a self-made icon, a survivor. But no one knew that every morning when I stepped into my glass office, I still carried a hollow space inside me. No shape, no bottom. And then, one day, I got an email from my father. Subject line: "Can you help your dad?" The message: my mother was sick. My brother had failed. The family needed money. No apology. No mention of what they had done. Just the assumption that I was still one of them. Like they forgot they were the ones who erased me first. I didn't reply. I didn't feel anger. Just emptiness. I forwarded the email to my legal department. With one line: "I understand now. Now I do. Not because I forgave them. Not because I've healed. But because I've lived long enough to realize some people don't leave because they don't love you. They leave because they never had the courage to love anyone. You can't fix someone else's cowardice with your loyalty. I used to be a girl standing in front of a closed door. Now I am the one who builds the door and locks it from the inside.